I'm Serena Foghi, and in this video we're going to be continuing my music series, which is about what I've learned and what I'm learning on the violin from my amazing teacher, Miss Zoe. Hi Miss Zoe, if you're watching, I want you to know I love your teaching and I appreciate you so much. Without further ado, let's get into this week's video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the parts of the bow and violin. Let's start with violin. The top of the violin is called the scroll. I find that funny because it actually looks like a scroll. These are the pegs, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the peg box. This is the fingerboard because it's where you place your fingers. And this is the neck. This is the bridge and it helps keep the strings up. These are the fine tuners and the tailpiece. The fine tuners work with the pegs to help tune your violin. This should be done by professionals and not by yourself. The tailpiece is attached to the end button and the end button helps keep the tailpiece up. In the first video of this series, I talked about where you should place your chin on the chin rest. I don't think I missed any major bits, so remember, scroll, pegs, peg box, fingerboard, neck, bridge, fine tuners, tailpiece and chin rest. Let's move on to the bow. Now let's talk about the bow. One thing about the bow is you have to get measured for your right size. That's why I have 2. I have 2 because I started with a shorter one, but I've gotten taller and moved up to a full size. Now let's talk about the different parts of the bow, starting from the top. The top of the bow is called the tip, and this is called the stick. These are called the bow hairs, and that's the frog. This is the ferrule, that's the adjusting screw, and this is the winding. Let's take that from the top. Tip, stick, bow hairs, winding, ferrule, and frog. I think it's funny that it's called the frog. There's so many weird names like neck, tailpiece, and now frog. And the adjusting screw. If you have any questions about all the parts we've talked about today, leave them in the comments. Now, in the first video of my music series, I showed you how to hold the violin and the bow. In this video, I showed you all the different parts of the violin and bow. And in my upcoming video, I might just teach you a simple song. Now, if you haven't already checked out my first video of this series, be sure to check that out. Like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. Remember, if you have any questions, leave it down below. This was Learn With Me, my music series, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye! I started with a smaller bow and moved on to the bigger one. Remember, always, this part is called this is called the adjusting screw, and that's all.